In this video, we are going to study about the brainstem. The brainstem consists of the midbrain. This one is the pons, and this one is the medulla. At first, we are going to discuss about the medulla. The medulla has the two surfaces, anterior surface and posterior surface. At first, the anterior surface of the medulla. In the anterior surface of the medulla, it consists of the median sulcus. This is known as the anterior median sulcus, and just lateral to the anterior median sulcus, there are two elevations. This is known as the pyramid, which are situated bilaterally. Just lateral to the pyramid, there is another sulcus. This is known as the anterolateral sulcus, from where the hypoglossal nerve passes. And just lateral to the anterolateral sulcus, there is an elevated part that is known as the olip, which is situated bilaterally. This elevated part is known as the olip. Just lateral to the olip, there is the another sulcus that is known as the posterolateral sulcus, from where 9, 10 and 11 cranial nerve passes. The 11th cranial nerve has the two part, cranial part and the spinal part. The cranial part of the 11th cranial nerve passes from the posterolateral sulcus, and just behind the posterolateral sulcus, there is one elevated part. This is known as the tuber cinereum. It is formed due to the spinal nucleus of the trigeminal nerve. And we are going to discuss about the posterior surface of the medulla. And in posterior surface of the medulla, it is divided into the two parts. The upper one open part and downward closed part. The upper one open part form the lower part of the fourth ventricle, whereas the downward closed part consists of the two fasciculus. These are known as the fasciculus gracilis, which are situated medially, and just lateral there is fasciculus cuneatus. The fasciculus gracilis upward continue to form the fasciculus tubercle, whereas the fasciculus cuneatus upward continue to form the cuneate tubercle. And now the upper open part of the medulla oblongata, it is demarcated from the pons by a fiber known as the stria medullaris. Here these are the stria medullaris, which demarcate the fourth ventricle upper part and the lower part. In the lower part of the fourth ventricle, the two trigon are present. One is known as the vagal trigon and another one is the hypoglossal triangle. The upper situated trigon is known as the hypoglossal triangle, whereas the lower situated triangle is known as the vagal triangle. Just below to the vagal triangle, there is area postroma, which is known as the CTZ center, and just below this part is known as the obex, which is the lower part of the fourth ventricle. Lateral to the hypoglossal triangle, this area is known as the vestibular area, which is situated in the lower part of the fourth ventricle of the medulla. And now we are going to discuss about the pons. This is the anterior surface of pons. It is also known as the bridge, because it connects upward with the midbrain and lower with the medulla oblongata. In the pons, in the median part, this is there is the basilar groove, which consists of the basilar artery. And just anterolateral surface of the pons, there is a trigeminal nerve, and just lateral to the trigeminal nerve, these two elevated parts are known as the middle cerebral peduncle. It connects the pons with the cerebellum. And now the posterior surface of the pons. The posterior surface of the pons is just above the stria medullaris, which is the demarcation of the fourth ventricle above and downward. Above stria medullaris, there is a middle area. There is one median sulcus. This is known as the median. There is a median sulcus. This is the median sulcus. Just lateral to the median sulcus, there is a area known as the median eminence. Just inferior to the median eminence, this elevated structure or bulged structure are known as the facial colliculus, which is formed by the turning of the facial nerve around the abducent nucleus. And now just lateral to the median area, it is limited laterally by the sulcus limitant. And just lateral to the sulcus limitant, there is the upper part of the vestibular area. In topmost part of the fourth ventricle, there is the situation of the locus ceruleus. The locus ceruleus is pigmented due to the presence of the substantia ferruginea, and it consists of the noradrenergic neuron, which help in the central getting of the pain, which is situated in the upper part of the fourth ventricle. And here near the upper part, there is also the superior fovea, whereas the inferiorly in the posterior part of the medulla, there is inferior fovea. And now last part, midbrain. This one is the midbrain. At first, here anterior to posterior, in the hemisection of the midbrain, anterior to posterior, it consists of the crux cerebri and substantia nigra, then tegmentum, and then tectum. The crux cerebri and the tegmentum is demarcated by the substantia nigra, and tegmentum and tectum is demarcated by the cerebral aqueduct. This is the cerebral aqueduct, which consists of the CSF, which is upward connect with the third ventricle, and downward connect with the fourth ventricle. And in posterior part, it consists of the superior and inferior colliculi, which is divided by the cruciate sulcus, and superior colliculi connected to the superior brachium, which later connect to the lateral geniculate body, and through there it connect to the visual cortex, whereas the inferior colliculi is connected to the inferior brachium, which later connect to the middle geniculate body, and later it connect to the auditory cortex area. And in the applied aspects of the substantia nigra, if the substantia nigra consists of the two pars compacta and reticularis, if the degeneration of the pars compacta occur, then the dopamine cannot be synthesized. So this causes the degeneration of the nigrostriatal pathway, which causes the Parkinsonism. That is the applied aspect. And here just lateral two pons, which says that it is the middle cerebral peduncle. Here we can easily see this one is the middle cerebral peduncle, which connect the pons laterally to the cerebellum, and upward there is situated superior cerebral peduncle, and inferiorly there is situated of inferior cerebral peduncle.
Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe and please press the bell icon. Thank you. Like also.